This game preview is brought to you by Manscaped's Premium Ultra Soft Boxer Briefs 2.0, complete with the all-new jewel pouch to protect your stones. Use the promo code SACCITY for 20% off and free worldwide shipping. Manscaped, the perfect tools to protect your jewels.
The first Sunday game we're going to talk about is the 0-1 New York Jets traveling to Cleveland to take on the 1-0 Cleveland Browns. The Browns took down the Carolina Panthers in week 1, while the Jets fell to the Baltimore Ravens. The Browns open up. It's actually the Browns are at minus 6.5 this morning. In my notes, it says 4.5, but it's changed. The Browns are getting more and more favored with an over-under of 40 points in this game, while the Browns continue to get favored by more. The over-under continues to drop. I would assume this has a lot to do with the fact that Joe Flacco is going to be the quarterback for the New York Jets. Hey, Joe Flacco is 17-3 all time against the Cleveland Browns. I'm just saying. But again, this is not the same Cleveland Browns team as what Joe Flacco played against when he was the starting quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens. Last week, though, and again, this is where we'll start with this. Last week, the New York Jets defense looked good against Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens offense, and we've talked about it in the offseason. We were like giving a lot of credit to the Jets defense for looking good. Like they on paper, they look good. Last week, they looked good. They held Lamar Jackson to the fewest rushing yards in a game in Lamar Jackson's offensive-led career. But on the other side, it was an absolute monster show by Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt against the Carolina Panthers, where both Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb put up tons of numbers. We talked about it with the Chiefs-Chargers game. I'll talk about it here. One of these has to break. Which side gets the break in this game? Which side performs well and which side cracks? The defense for the Jets or the rushing attack for the Cleveland Browns?
Well, it's easy. It's the defense of the Jets, and it's because Cleveland's such a good running football team. But more so than anything, it's going to be hard for the Jets to generate offense against a good Cleveland Browns defense, which in turn is going to have their defense on the field a lot more than they want to be. It's very similar to what happened with Baltimore. Their defense played pretty well for most of the game, and then they just couldn't hold up after being on the field a lot. So I think this is exactly what Cleveland wanted, though. This is how they drew it up, right? Early in the season, they kind of stole one there against Carolina. They get a Jets team that they can go get a win against. Now you're 2-0, and you're counting down the weeks for Deshaun Watson to come back, right? Can you stay afloat? This is what we talked about. Can Jacoby Brissett keep them afloat? And that's exactly what he's doing so far. So I think the Jets defense is good, but I don't think their offense is good enough to keep that Jets defense off the field long enough to create enough plays. I think the running game for Cleveland is absolutely elite. When you got one of the best backs in football and a Nick Chubb, and then arguably the best running backup or sidekick, handcuff, whatever you want to call it, in Kareem Hunt. So it's not surprising to me that they ran for over 200 yards or had over 200 yards of offense. Wouldn't be a surprise if they did it again this week. I expect a heavy dose of Chubb and Hunt for the remainder of the 11 games that Deshaun Watson is out. And I think Cleveland comes on the better end of that this week. I think the Jets will have another week where they just struggle to create offense against a really, really good defensive football team and arguably the best pass rusher that we've seen in a long time in a Myles Garrett.
Is there anything specifically you want to see from this Jets offense? Like while this
Nope.
during this? Okay. All right. I just want
Zach Wilson has to play football. Until Zach Wilson is on the field, because that's all I care about at this point. If they've done everything, going to get Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore and Michael Carter and Breece Hall and Corey Davis and CJ Uzoma tight end, and they built the offensive line. They went out and tried to surround Zach Wilson with talent, and then he gets hurt, and now you have Joe Flacco. So until Zach Wilson is behind center, and I can say he's the future or he's not the future, really what the Jets do doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't. They just got to continue to play football, play tough games, hopefully maybe try to steal a win or two. But until Zach Wilson is under center, I'm kind of just like, on the Jets. It is what it is. They win, they lose. It doesn't matter because Joe Flacco obviously is not the future.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Last week, the Jets were 2-14 on third down against the Baltimore Ravens. That's not a good recipe for success. And I do think that continues here in this game. I will take the Browns 23 to – I'll go Browns 23, Jets 13.
I will take Browns 20, Jets 14. Actually, 20 to 14. I'll take 20 to 14.
Okay, there you go.
Low scoring.